Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's exactly a year to the day that 26 Indian tourists, all males, were asked their names, told to recite the kalma, and then shot dead when they couldn't. The terrorists in Pahalgam were Pakistanis, taking orders from Asif Munir's army. All three were tracked and killed. Pakistan paid the price with Operation Sindoor, hitting terror camps and air bases within Pakistani territory. This moment of grief and revenge that followed, ladies and gentlemen, is part of our national memory. Unfortunately, it is also part of a political battle where even something as critical as national security is not spared. So today, a year after Pahalgam, the BJP and the Congress are at war again. Today, Jairam Ramesh of the Congress party started this war of words when he said that even after Pahalgam, Prime Minister Modi had failed to isolate Pakistan on the global stage. That Pakistan gaining global respectability is a complete failure of the Prime Minister's foreign policy. He was referring to the fact that a rogue state like Pakistan was actually mediating peace between the US and Iran and gaining legitimacy as a global player. It didn't end there. In fact, it had only started. Then came Rajendra Pal Gautam, again of the Congress party, who decided to go for something way more sensational. He said the BJP uses terrorist attacks for their election campaigning, which is why the doubt about why these terror attacks happen only when the BJP is in power. Is this a case of amnesia? Of course it is. But the BJP responded by calling the Congress a pro-Pakistan party that pushes Pakistan's agenda. Listen in.
इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर है ही ये भारत सरकार का और हमारी इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर है। और अगर इंटेलिजेंस ने अगर पहले सूचना दी थी तो फिर सरकार का फेलियर है। सरकार ने कार्रवाई क्यों नहीं की? आतंकवाद को शब्द को इस्तेमाल करते हैं अपने चुनाव प्रचार के लिए, लेकिन आतंकवादियों को पकड़ने पे उनका कोई जोर नहीं है।
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में हमारी सेना ने क्या कमाल किया है तो बतलाने की जरूरत है नहीं। यानी हमारी मिलिट्री पावर भी मजबूत हुई है पहले से। भारत ने आज तक, भारत की हिस्ट्री उठाकर देख ले कोई, आज तक भारत ने दुनिया के किसी देश पर अपनी तरफ से आक्रमण नहीं किया। यदि अब किसी पड़ोसी ने कोई छेड़छाड़ करने की कोशिश की तो डॉट डॉट डॉट। और पड़ोसी तो ठीक ठाक है, एक ही गड़बड़ है।
उरी में हमला हुआ, मोदी जी ने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की। पुलवामा में हमला हुआ, एयर स्ट्राइक की। और पहलगाम में हमला हुआ, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर कर कर उनके घर में घुसकर आतंकवाद का जवाब।
And what are they threatening? That they will finish off all the terrorists. What terrorists have they finished? Have the Pahalgam terrorists been finished? What all this chest thumping and saying we will do. Yeah, no one's impressed by all this nonsense. If this government has any sense, they'll make sure. What are they doing to this country? Shame on them.
पहलगाम के जो हमारे लोगों को आतंकियों ने मारा, उन्हें आज तक न्याय नहीं मिला। तो इनको तो जान, किसी की जान की कोई कीमत नहीं है। किसी खून की कीमत पानी से भी सस्ता है इनके नज़र में। और यही कारण है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी विदेश से आए और पहलगाम नहीं गए, सीधा बिहार गए थे।
The Congress party today is a pro-Pak party which straddles the narrative of Pakistan, escalates the narrative of Pakistan, and always believes in the Pakistani agenda. This is why when the Congress was in power, the Pakistani terror deep state used to prosper. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in power, Hindustan घर के अंदर घुस के मारता है।
It is not just Pahalgam, even the Pulwama. It's already about 2019 that Pulwama took place. It's already 7 years. They're still unable to find out how the RDX entered the country. And Pahalgam, it is already 1 year. They are unable to find out who is the real culprit. And it is a total failure of the intelligence, of the country.
कांग्रेस पार्टी आज भी पाकिस्तान को क्लीन चिट देने पर तुली हुई है। उदित राज कांग्रेस के नेता बोलते हैं कि ये पहलगाम के आतंकी कहां से आए, क्या उनको नहीं पता कि पाकिस्तान ने भेजे थे? पर उसके बाद भी कांग्रेस पार्टी किस प्रकार से पाकिस्तान को क्लीन चिट दे रही है, और पहली बार नहीं, अफजल को क्लीन चिट, याकूब को क्लीन चिट, नक्सलियों को क्लीन चिट, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को आतंकी बोलेंगे और आतंकियों को क्लीन चिट देंगे।
Ladies and gentlemen, this war of words over a terror strike is coming hours before Tamil Nadu and West Bengal vote. Will it impact the way people vote? Maybe, maybe not. The Kerala Congress, and let's put that tweet out, please. The Kerala Congress has put out a tweet that says, never forgive, never forget those who couldn't stop this and those who use this for political mileage. This is the picture they have put out with their tweet. Question is today, who is using Pahalgam for votes? Is it the BJP or is it the Congress party? My guest this evening, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, national spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Tushar Gupta is a political analyst with us on the show. Colonel Rohit Chaudhary making his debut here on the show today. Good evening, spokesperson of the Congress party. And Sanjeev Kaushik is a political analyst. He's joining us on the broadcast this evening. Colonel Rohit Chaudhary, I will understand criticism that came by way of Jairam Ramesh, where he is saying that despite Pahalgam, India has not managed to isolate Pakistan globally, and a rogue state like Pakistan is playing mediator between the US and Iran in the Middle East. I will take that as a criticism. But yesterday, for the Congress president to call the Prime Minister a terrorist, and then today a string of your leaders saying that, Congress, the BJP uses terror for votes. We often wonder why these terror attacks happen only during the BJP regime. What exactly is the Congress trying to gain here with this narrative?
First of all, I would like to pay my homage to all the people, those who have lost their lives in Pahalgam. Today is their anniversary, death anniversary. First of all, I would like to suggest few things, that whenever there is an action, there is always a political objective and military objective. This incident had taken place. First of all, I'll come to the Pahalgam incident. This incident took place and it was a huge intelligence and security failure.
Okay.
And few days before this incident happened, Narendra Modi ji was supposed to go and visit Kashmir on 17th April. His visit was postponed because of citing the reasons of security issues. And 6th to 8th of April, Home Minister carried out a review of security in J&K, and they found out that everything is ticky-ticky-boo, everything is all right. It was not. It happened. It proved on 22nd of April that we lost so many lives. And for 45-50 minutes, the massacre kept on happening, and there was not even a single security personnel over there.
Okay.
It never happens.
Okay.
And that, mind you, that area is protected by Central Armed Forces, Police, CRPF and all. It is not falling under the domain of Ministry of Defense. It is Ministry of Home Affairs. There was a huge intelligence failure, security failure. And 1 year after that, where is the accountability? Who has been fixed? Where is the raw chief? Where are the raw people? Where are anti-RO people? Where are IB people? Where are these DG CRPF, DG BSF?
No, that
Ministry
is
of Home
legitimate
Affairs?
criticism.
All these people.
Colonel Rohit Chaudhary, those were questions asked a year ago. These are questions that are being asked today as well. They are legitimate questions. I want to ask you where this question of why do terror attacks happen only when the BJP is there? We have our doubts. The BJP uses terror for votes, etc. coming from. Almost implying that the BJP knew, and you know what you're saying as well, that the BJP and the government knew ki kuch gadbad hai, yet they closed their eyes to it, possibly deliberately. Is that the charge, sir? Because if that is a charge, it's a very dangerous charge, and it has come from some of your people.
Okay. Okay. Now, if Pahalgam kind of an incident happens and none of the political brass or the military police brass is taxed or court-martialed, there is a problem. Accountability issue. Now coming on to this, you have very rightly pointed out this issue. In 2019, when Pulwama happened, we lost 40 soldiers. We lost 300 kg RDX came. From where it came, it is important to know. Where is the accountability? It is important to know.
Colonel
Now,
Chaudhary, the opposition is right in asking for accountability. But please get to the crux of your argument. Are you arguing that the BJP government knew that this terror attack was going to take place and yet let it happen?
To the martyrs of Pahalgam.
Colonel Chaudhary, I've asked you a straight question. Based on what a lot of your colleagues are saying, I'm again asking you that because, you know, you're making a debut on this show. Is it your charge? Is it your charge that the BJP government had an inkling of what was about to happen in Pahalgam and yet did nothing? Is that your charge?
How does proof come into play? In 2019, Pulwama happened. After that, Balakot happened. And thereafter, Modi ji went on to election rallies and asked for votes in the name of Pulwama martyrs. From the first time voters, he said that.
Then this is a very serious charge. देखिए आप फौजी हैं. I had expected you to give me a clear answer, लेकिन आप गोल गोल घुमा रहे हैं civilians की तरह. So I'm going to take this to a civilian. Tushar, have you managed to understand what exactly is the criticism of the Congress party? Look, this is what I understand, and I completely agree with the Congress when they speak about the fact that this was a possible intelligence failure. Of course it was. I don't think there is any doubt about that. That if terrorists, Pakistani terrorists, manage to sneak into your country, stay there for a while, hide in the jungles, and then come into Pahalgam, Baisaran, and shoot dead 26 unarmed civilians, then it is an intelligence failure. I don't think there is any debate over that. Absolutely no debate over that. My question is, the charge that the Congress is making is far more serious. It's not just intelligence failure or Narendra surrender.
Good evening, Shreya. You know, the problem with the Congress is it's so despicable in its approach to politics of the land. What they should term as intelligence failure, and rightfully so, they are terming it as intentional failure. That is where my problem is. Look, we had a terrorist attack, we lost innocent citizens, but the same Congress's Priyanka Gandhi on the floor of the parliament wasn't even willing to acknowledge the intentions of the terrorists. Why they were asking men to take their names, what they were trying to do in that, you know, sorrow evening. She doesn't want to acknowledge that. For the Congress, they want to remember the accountability. Where is the accountability of Operation Sindoor? Talk about what happened during Operation Sindoor. During Operation Sindoor, all the social media clubs of the Congress were saying, oh, we want de-escalation, we want de-escalation. They were not willing to believe that we have bombed the terror camps. On the following night, they were not willing to believe that Pakistan is shooting missiles and drones at us. They were not willing to believe that our interceptors are working well. They were not willing to believe that no S-400 was harmed. They were not willing to believe that we took out multiple air bases in Pakistan from Skadi to Karachi. They were not willing to believe that we bombed Pakistan mainland for the first time in decades in a show of strength. They were not willing to believe that we bombed a nuclear neighbor and ensured a limited strike doctrine without escalating the conflict. So at the end of the day, we have to understand the Congress doesn't want to believe in anything. It doesn't want to believe in the response Indian government gave, because when they were in power, they couldn't engineer a response. Mr. Chaudhary here talks about accountability. What is the accountability of the Congress when it comes to responding to 2611? You hosted the entire Pakistan delegation in Mohali 2011. I was a school kid. I was there also for the game. What happened a year and a half later? You had bomb blasts in India. So where is your accountability? Where is your party's accountability? To sit here and say, oh, this is an intentional failure, and coming from someone who once donned the uniform, it's absolutely despicable, to say the least.
Colonel Chaudhary, I'll give you 10 seconds to respond.
Look, first of all, I would like to tell all the political analysts as well as the BJP, please mind your language whenever you are talking about a soldier and a retired soldier. That is one aspect. Second thing is, we are all defense analysts, all across all the channels. You can see that everybody is demanding accountability and wanting to know the intelligence failures.
Analyst on this show today, you are a Congress spokesperson. I think we need to be clear about that. And the point is, you cannot be, I mean, sensitivities count both ways. If the Prime Minister, you know, if the Prime Minister is called a terrorist, then many people will say all gloves off.
One second,
so sensitivity needs to be, accounted for on both sides. Yes, Tushar, go ahead. Then I'll
Mr. Chaudhary has a lot of problem with how people once in uniform were addressed. When he says it's an intentional failure, how many men in uniform is he character assassinating? How many men and women that serve the Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian forces 24/7 is he character assassinating? So, Mr. Chaudhary, if you feel very sensitive about how you are defined, be very careful about how you define others. Respect flows both ways, not one way.
I will talk only of facts and the correctness.
Sanjeev Kaushik, can I just get you in here? आप मुझे बताइए, देखिए जयराम रमेश जो बोल रहे हैं वो फिर एक मिनट के लिए बात समझ आती है। वो कह रहे हैं कि Pakistan should have been isolated globally after Pahalgam. That didn't happen. I agree that didn't happen given the fact that Pakistan, which is a completely rogue state, is, imagine, mediating peace between Iran and the United States of America. So is this a failure of Indian foreign policy? Maybe. For a second, it can be conceded. Was Pahalgam an intelligence failure? Even that can be conceded. Of course it was. But what is there to concede? But to say this was intentional, ये deliberate था, ये तो वोट्स के लिए टेररिस्ट अटैक्स वोट्स के लिए कराए जाते हैं, ये मतलब थोड़ा सा तो सोच के दिमाग लगा के बात करनी चाहिए ना संजीव कौशिक जी।
श्रेया, वोट के लिए कराए जाते हैं या नहीं कराए जाते हैं इस पे हम नहीं जाना चाहेंगे, लेकिन वोट के लिए निश्चित तौर पे इसका इस्तेमाल तो होता है, ये कहने में हमें कोई गुरेज नहीं है। भारत के इतिहास में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ था कि पुलवामा कांड के बाद देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने अपने चुनावी भाषण में अपने पीछे उन शहीदों की तस्वीरें लगा के ये कहते हुए पाए गए थे कि इन शहीदों के नाम पर इस बार वोट गिरेगा या नहीं गिरेगा। ये शर्मनाक था और निश्चित तौर पर सैनिकों ने इस पे ऐतराज जताया और पहली बार ऐसा हुआ कि दोबारा उस तरह के पोस्टर का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया गया। यह बात भी सही है कि उरी में भी हमले हुए, यह बात भी सही है पठानकोट में भी हुए, पहलगाम में भी हुए, बालाकोट में भी हुए, लेकिन भारत के इतिहास में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ था कि पठानकोट के बाद में आप रेड कारपेट बिछा करके आईएसआई को इस्तकबाल करते हुए दिखाई दिए। वो आया भी, खुद को क्लीन चिट दिया भी और यहां से गया भी। देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ही थे। ये कहने में हमें कोई गुरेज नहीं है कि पहलगाम के बाद में जिस तरह से हिंदुस्तान की सेना ने अपने शौर्य को दिखाया, घर में घुस के मारा, तहस नहस कर दिया, उसके बाद जिस कंडीशन पे युद्ध विराम की बात आई थी, सीज फायर की बात आई थी, निश्चित तौर पर हिंदुस्तान की जनता उस वक्त भी आक्रोश में थी और आज भी आक्रोश में है। आखिर कैसे वो लोग पहुंच गए? सरकार से पूछा जाता है कि आपके इंटेलिजेंस कहां थे, फेल्योर आपकी है, तो वो कहते हैं हमने घुस के मारा। मारेंगे, निश्चित रूप से मारेंगे, सेना इतनी मजबूत है, मारेगी, लेकिन आपने क्या किया? हम आपके फेल्योर के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, हम इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि आप उसका इस्तेमाल किस तरह से राजनीतिक तौर पर कर रहे हैं। निश्चित तौर पर ये बात होगी। वो घुसे कैसे? आप अभी दिखा रहे थे, कांग्रेस पार्टी का एक ट्वीट आप दिखा रही थी जी। आपको वो ट्वीट याद है पहलगाम के?
दोबारा दिखा दीजिए प्लीज, द केरला कांग्रेस ट्वीट।
हाँ नहीं, हम दूसरे ट्वीट की बात कर रहे हैं ना। पहलगाम हमले के दूसरे दिन जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एक स्टेट के हैंडल से जो ट्वीट किया गया था, वो शायद आपको याद नहीं होगा, और याद भी होगा तो उसमें आप चर्चा नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि उसमें साफ दिखा गया था कि वो जाति नहीं धर्म पूछ के उन लोगों ने
नहीं, तो धर्म पूछ के तो किया ही था ना, तो उसमें गलत क्या था? वो तो सही बात थी कि सबसे बोला गया, सब आदमियों से बोला गया कि कलमा पढ़िए, पैंट निकाला गया, ये तो सच है ना।
देश की जनता इस नियत को समझती है श्रेया। वो हिंदुस्तानी थे, जितने मारे गए वो सारे हमारे हिंदुस्तानी थे।
करेक्ट।
हमें उसके लिए हमें उसके लिए निश्चित तौर पे
लेकिन ये टारगेटेड किलिंग थी, देश की जनता वो भी समझती है ना, टारगेटेड किलिंग तो थी, इसमें तो कोई शक नहीं है।
फिर हम कह रहे हैं कि कौन फेलियर था? विपक्ष फेलियर था। फेलियर कौन था, सरकार या विपक्ष? किससे हम पूछेंगे? और सरकार लगातार विपक्ष को टारगेट कर रही है कि आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, इसका इस्तेमाल सरकार कर रही है। यदि लोग नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं तो वो आपके नजरिए को नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं। लोग समझ रहे हैं इस चीज को कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी किस तरह से इन सारे जगहों को कैसे भुनाती है, इलेक्शन में कैसे इस्तेमाल करती है। घुस के मारा, पहली बार मारा। इससे पहले तो किसी सरकार ने नहीं कहा था कि हमने पाकिस्तान में स्ट्राइक कर दिया और उसका वीडियो बना के नहीं दिखाया था। और इससे पहले नहीं मारा था क्या? किसको नहीं पता है?
नहीं, लेकिन आज देखिए ना कांग्रेस की कमेंट्री कैसी आ रही है। गोपाल कृष्ण अग्रवाल, यू कैन रिस्पॉन्ड। लेकिन आप देखिए ना कांग्रेस की कमेंट्री कैसी आ रही है। जस्टिस नहीं मिला इन लोगों को, 26 फैमिलीज को, सरकार ने क्या किया एटसेट्रा। ऑपरेशन महादेव हम सबको याद है ना, जो 3 टेररिस्ट थे जो पहलगाम में, पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट थे जो पहलगाम में आए थे, जिन्होंने मारा था, उनको मार दिया गया, राइट, ऑपरेशन पहलगाम में। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर हुआ, उस पर काफी सवाल उठाए गए विपक्ष के द्वारा कि कितने प्लेन गिरे एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, लेकिन फैक्ट इज कि 100 टेररिस्ट मरे, The fact is कि 9 terror camps को ध्वस्त किया गया. The fact also is that there were, more than 10 air bases in Pakistan that were destroyed. So all these are facts. My point is, if your armed forces and if your government is retaliating against a terror attack, why question it constantly and even 1 year down the line? Gopal Krishna Agarwal, you can go ahead and respond to what Kaushik
I
is
would
saying.
like to just make 1 or 2 points very clear on the fact side. The terrorist attack on Pahalgam happened on April 25 and on 7th May, Indian strike was very precise and was targeted. 9 terrorist outfits like Mudir ke everything were destroyed and there was a very impactful surgical strike, one thing. Then you said Mahadev operation was done and we are forgetting that Indus Water Treaty, which is very much biased against India, was suspended. The diplomatic and economic relations with Pakistan were reduced. Visa restrictions were done. And today, on the eve of completion of 1 year of that heinous crime by Pakistan perpetrators, more than 30 countries have shown and condemned the attack. All the leaders, domestic, everybody has expressed their concern about the terrorist attack. But what has been the narrative that the Congress and opposition has been playing? Chidambaram, after the attack, within time, very little time, he asked, how do you know that the terrorists are Pakistani? Then the Karnataka leader of Congress, he said, no, it was no religious identification. Other Congress leaders have also said that no identification, religious identification was involved. So the issue is now today also, yesterday, Khadgeji calls Prime Minister as a terrorist. The narrative today by Jairam Ramesh. So the thing is, what opposition, particularly Congress, is doing is the line of narrative which the Pakistan wants to build. Pakistan says that these terrorists are not our supported people. That is what the Congress says. Then they want to talk about there was not any religious identification involved. That is what the Congress is saying. So the issue is there has been a strong action by Prime Minister Modi on zero tolerance and
Colonel Chaudhary
continued response.
ठीक है. You're saying there was an restrained but appropriate response.
After 26/11.
ठीक है, रुक जाइए. हाँ, 26/11 के बाद क्या किया था कांग्रेस की सरकार ने? We know dossier after dossier was sent. Beyond that कुछ नहीं हुआ था. There was only this game of dossiers being sent that was being played. Colonel Rohit Chaudhary, many people can today say, even 1 year after Pahalgam, why is it that the Congress, by raising this whole intelligence failure question, is giving a clean chit to Pakistan? आप पाकिस्तान को कंडेम नहीं करेंगे, आप कांग्रेस, आप बीजेपी की सरकार को कंडेम करेंगे. दुश्मन यहाँ आपका बीजेपी की सरकार है या पाकिस्तान है?
Look, this is first time that the opposition is being asked. It is the question to be asked from the government that what happened, what have they done over last 1 year, where is the accountability? Nothing is being talked about. Now coming on to Pakistan is being given hefty positions in the United Nations. They've been made in charge of, looking after the, where the terrorist attacks are happening, that organization, they've been made in charge of that. You see, there was in entirety, there was a foreign policy failure as well. When you are talking about Op Sindoor, military objective was given, and that military objective was limited, and our defense forces extremely well, they operated and they finished the targets given to them, 9 targets.
Okay.
Now, when we were in good position on 10th, then the surrender call comes from ceasefire call comes from Trump. He says that, hereafter, operations to be ceased. Is it that we have come to this stage that people sitting 20,000 kilometers away will take our decisions? And about 100 times he has said that I
Prime
ensured
Minister on the floor of the House has denied it repeatedly. So again, the question of will you believe Donald Trump, who today says there's a ceasefire, tomorrow says there's no ceasefire, today says the Strait of Hormuz is open, yesterday said it is not open, today tells us that he's going to get a deal, then day after tells us there is no deal because talks are not happening. I'm wondering who we should trust as Indians, our own Prime Minister or a crazy, President of the United States. Tushar, but there is a question, there is a point that the Congress is raising, and I think this is something that Colonel Chaudhary is also trying to do, essentially expanding on what Jairam Ramesh has said, right? He's saying this is a complete failure of foreign policy by the Modi government. After all, what was the idea post-Pahalgam? Post-Pahalgam, the idea was to isolate Pakistan. Have we managed to do that? No. That is also a fact, that we have not managed to isolate Pakistan diplomatically. Had we done it today, Pakistan, the rogue state, would not have gained global acceptability by playing mediator between the United States and Iran.
No, but where is the acceptability? Even the Iranians are not accepting Pakistan as the mediator. Even the Iranians are not accepting.
They did show up. No, they did show up for the first round of talks, Tushar. Ye galat hai.
They show up, but that's not acceptability. They were there for the Americans. They were not there for the Pakistanis. Look, at the end of the day, what was important was to give Pakistan a military response. And the world has seen that military response. The world has seen how every single of their missile and their drone was intercepted by our armed forces. Now, would you want some diplomatic posturing, or would you want a military reaction? Because we had 10 years of the UPA when there was enough diplomatic posturing and the terrorist attacks never stopped. You had one Operation Sindoor, one military answer to the Pakistanis, and that is the language, unfortunately, they understand. About the part where they're interacting between Iran and America, look, time and again, every decade, we have seen Pakistan being used by Western powers and even the Eastern powers, say China, for their own utility. It doesn't mean that Pakistan is a globally accepted state. It just means that Pakistan is a useful idiot for whoever is willing to pay the highest price. In this case, it's the Americans. Tomorrow, it will be the Chinese. When it was CPEC, it was the Chinese. Today, it's Iran. So it's the Americans. So let's not confuse the utility of Pakistan on the global stage with its acceptability. As far as India is concerned, we had to give them a military response, and we gave them a befitting reply. If anyone doesn't want to acknowledge that within the Congress, it's just their weakness, their guilt of not responding to Pakistan in the way the Modi government has.
ओके संजीव जी, आखिरी सवाल आपसे. देखिए, लेजिटिमेट ऑपोजिशन क्वेश्चंस पूछे तो बिल्कुल सही बात है, ऑपोजिशन का काम ही है लेजिटिमेट क्वेश्चंस पूछना. तो अगर जयराम रमेश पूछें कि क्या ये फॉरेन पॉलिसी का फेलियर था, तो इसको एक लेजिटिमेट क्रिटिसिज्म माना जा सकता है, इसको डिबेट किया जा सकता है. अगर इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर की बात करें तो उसको लेजिटिमेट फेलियर मान के उसको डिबेट किया जा सकता है. बट व्हेन पीपल इन द ऑपोजिशन स्टार्ट सेइंग रैंडम थिंग्स लाइक these terror attacks have been orchestrated to benefit the BJP. The BJP uses them, therefore, in elections, etc. That is a bit of stretch with people, which people in this country will not believe.
हमने तो गिना दिया और सिलसिलेवार ढंग से हमने गिनाया है. और एक और आंकड़ा हम दे सकते हैं, विपक्षी पार्टियों का क्या कर्तव्य होता है और क्या धर्म होता है. हमने देखा 26/11 की बात बहुत बार हो गई. 26/11 के बारे में एक और आंकड़ा है. तत्कालीन मुख्यमंत्री थे उस समय हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री. एक तरफ अटैक हो रहा था, एक तरफ सेना कार्रवाई कर रही थी, और दूसरी तरफ वहीं पे खड़े होकर के 200 मीटर के अंदर में वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे, जो पिछले 12 सालों तक एक बार भी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करने की हिम्मत नहीं जुटा पाए. वो उस समय प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे वहीं पे. ये है विपक्ष की स्थिति. आज विपक्ष यदि आपसे सवाल पूछ रहा है तो आप उल्टा विपक्ष को घेर रहे हैं. सत्ता में आप है पिछले 12 सालों से. आपसे पूछा जाएगा, सचमुच में जिस पाकिस्तान की कमर आपने तोड़ दी, क्या सचमुच में तोड़ दी? वो शांति का दूत बना घूम रहा है.
संजीव जी, डेटा देखिए, टेरर अटैक्स का डेटा देखिए ना उठा के, प्री मोदी और पोस्ट मोदी, और देखिए कि उसमें गिरावट आई है या नहीं आई है. आप खुद देख लीजिए. आप मेरे को बिलीव मत करिए, आप गवर्नमेंट के डेटा को बिलीव मत करिए, खुद देख लीजिए.
हिंदुस्तान के सेना के इतिहास के बारे में जब भी हम सुनेंगे और सोचते हैं, निश्चित तौर पे गर्व से मेरा सीना चौड़ा होता है. इससे पहले की कार्रवाई पर भी, आज भी और आने वाले दिनों में भी, चाहे सरकारें किसी की रहे, लेकिन सरकार जब सेना के पीछे छुप करके राजनीति करना शुरू कर देती है, ये हमारे लिए चिंता का विषय है. सेना पर कोई प्रश्न
नहीं, तो मैं ये पूछ रही हूँ कि फिर जयराम रमेश जी ने राजनीति क्यों शुरू की? आज तो 1 साल हुआ ना कंप्लीट. अपनी कंडोलेंसेस देते, बोलते बहुत दुख हुआ, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. वी स्टैंड विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, दैट रिटेलिएटेड अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान एटसेट्रा. पॉलिटिसाइज तो फिर आप लोगों ने करना शुरू किया ना.
उस हमले में जिन लोगों ने अपने परिजनों को खोया, जिन औरतों ने अपने पुरुषों को खोया, क्या उसके बारे में पूछा ना जाए कि उसको क्या मिला? क्या सचमुच में वो टेररिस्ट जिसके बारे में लगातार वो बात कही जा रही है, क्या उसको मारने के लिए भी जो वक्त चुना गया था, क्या वो संदेह के घेरे में नहीं है? क्या किसको नहीं पता है?
नहीं, मतलब वो संदेह के घेरे में तो आप डाल रहे हैं। आप मुझे ये कह रहे हैं कि टेररिस्ट के किलिंग का टाइम वाज आल्सो टाइम टू इलेक्शंस टू बेनिफिट द बीजेपी। ये देखिए, मैं कह रही हूँ लेजिटिमेट क्रिटिसिज्म सब सुनेंगे हम, लेकिन इस तरह का क्रिटिसिज्म
हमने कहा कि सरकार जो वर्तमान की सरकार है, निश्चित तौर अब ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि सब काम बुरे ही हैं, सेना मजबूत नहीं, सरकार मजबूत नहीं, बहुत सारे ऐसे काम हैं जो मील के पत्थर है। हाँ। निश्चित तौर पे सरकार के कोर एजेंडे में जो काम था वो सरकार ने किया, मंदिर बनवा दिया, 3 तलाक हटवा दिया, 370 हटा दिया, तो ये सब कोर एजेंडे में था, वो किया। लेकिन एक आम आदमी को क्या मिला? निश्चित तौर पे वो तो सरकार से सवाल पूछेगा, जिसने अपने परिजनों को खोया है, जिसने, आप कहते हैं लगातार हम मजबूत हो रहे हैं, और जब कमर तोड़ने की बात आई किसी तीसरे के मध्यस्थता की बात की, और वो मध्यस्थता वो आज के वक्त में उस सरकार को ज्यादा तरजीह देता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है, वो उसके यहाँ मध्यस्थता करने के लिए पहुंच रहा है। कमाल की बात है, मौका था विश्व गुरु शायद बन जाते इस बार, हिंदुस्तान के लोग सीधा अपना चौड़ा करते।
एक मिनट,
लेकिन चूक गए, जुबान बंद रखी और चूक गए आप। कम से कम ये वक्त था।
संजीव जी, हो गया संजीव जी, शो को रैप भी करना है भाई। कहीं आई विल गिव 20 सेकंड्स टू तुषार, आई थिंक ही वांट्स टू कम इन।
ये कह रहे हैं आम आदमी को क्या मिला? आम आदमी को ये मिला कि जब वो दिवाली के लिए बाजार में शॉपिंग करने निकलता, उसको बम का डर नहीं रहता। आम आदमी को ये मिला कि अगर आज देश पे आतंकवादी हमला होता है, हम बैठ के अपनी सरकार को प्रेम पत्र भेजते हुए नहीं देखते, जैसे 26/11 के बाद भेजे गए थे। और अब ये क्या पहले क्या करी जा रहा है? कुछ नहीं किया यूपीए की सरकार ने आतंकवादियों को लड़ने के लिए, पाकिस्तान से लड़ने के लिए। ये फेक नैरेटिव जो आप कहते हैं ना, पहले ऐसा किया, पहले वैसा किया, कुछ नहीं किया। और उसी का जो एक गिल्ट है, आपको ऐसे ट्वीट्स करने पे, आपके लीडर्स को ऐसी बातें करने में मजबूर करता है। आप लोगों ने कुछ नहीं किया, इसलिए आप बाहर हैं।
Okay, I think we've heard from all sides. Thank you very much everyone for joining us. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, Tushar Gupta, Colonel Rohit Chaudhary and Sanjeev Kaushik. Thank you very much for being part of this discussion. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a break. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.